I'm sitting here right now waiting for my daughter to get out of class, and this is one of the ways that I, use my writing tool and my outline tool, because it's sort of like, a lot of us have ideas of books that we can write, things that we are masters at. There's different topics that we probably surpass the average person in our knowledge level of, and these are the perfect topics to write books about because we know so much about it. And there's topics that you don't really have to research because you know it inside and out. Like, I just cleaned out my outline tool because I had so many outlines, and I was like one of them was how to crush it on Scrabble, because I can play Scrabble and I break 400 quite frequently. If I don't break 300, then I'm like, okay, somebody took some of the tiles out of here because I don't know what happened. And I was going to write a book about that, and that's one of the outlines that I deleted because I was like, I don't even know if I could legally write a book about Scrabble strategies. And I had 30 some topics that were in there, and I'm like, I got to clean this up. But anyway, one of the books that I had in there is it's about training pit bulls, because years ago when I lived in the hood, I had a pit bull, and I love pit bulls, and I think that they're very misunderstood creatures, and those that do own pit bulls, I think they have a huge responsibility to make sure that they understand how pit bull psychology works. So I had this book that I was intending to write about pit bulls and about training pit bulls. So going into the tool, I'm waiting here. My daughter is in martial arts class. We have about I'm about 10 minutes early, so I have 10 minutes. And this tool is like the type of tool where, a lot of times you have to get into the mode of your book, and it's for me anyway. Those of you that follow my broadcast know I think I've mentioned probably like 2 or 3 books this year that I'm writing, and all of those books, I have to go through a process to get in the mindset of writing it. But with the writing tool, you can write one sentence at a time, and you don't have to think, and that's what I really love about it. So I'm just jumping into one of my chapter headings for training pit bulls, and the writing tool is right now asking me to find a statistic or interesting quote that has to do with the section about training pit bulls and write it as one sentence. So I actually did, right before I started making this video, I found this one quote. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on it, and smartphones and iPads and such, they have that awesome feature where you can just speak what you want to say, and that's what I'm going to do right now. The following quote is one that really resonates with me, colon. And then it's just gonna, it got it. Okay, then I'm gonna actually copy and paste this quote in. And the quote is, just so you guys know what it is, it's, they live and die for us. The pit bull deserves our utmost respect to be that loyal. We should aspire to be more like the pit bull, wearing our hearts on our sleeves, loyal to a fault, and willing to die for those that we love. And that's so true, that pit bulls are so loyal. I mean, loyal to the extent that they will fight to the end for you, and that's the unfortunate reality of pit bull culture, and sometimes that's totally exploited. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to paste that in here, hit submit. Okay, so I hit submit, and then the next thing it will tell me is, why is this section important to the reader? What effect does this topic have on readers? Write it as one sentence. And that's sort of what I just said. So I'm going to just sort of say right here, understanding the psychology of pit bulls is very important for any pit bull owner, period. Okay, so then I'm going to hit submit, and then it's going to ask me, okay, so it basically told me, it wrote what I wrote, which is understanding the psychology of pit bulls is very important for any pit bull owner, and then it's asking me to re-emphasize the effect of the above in a different way. It's giving me some examples of ways that I could do that. So let's see, understanding the psychology of pit bulls is, okay. Without this understanding, it is possible that your, no, that's not what I'm going to say. Hold on. Okay. Ugh. Understanding how the mind of your pit bull works will result in a happier dog and a safer environment for you and your family, period. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And then it asks me to write a sentence that relates to the credibility of the voice of this piece. So me as a pit bull owner, I'm going to write a sentence. So as you can see, I just wanted to kind of demonstrate how this works. And what's really cool about this is that, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for my daughter to get out of class. She's probably going to be out of class soon, in the next couple minutes here. But what's really cool is that the little downtime that I have, you can see I'm in my car right now, the little downtime that I have throughout the day, I'm busy, everybody is busy, we have so many projects, I have a lot of projects, I probably have, I don't even know how many projects I have. I'm a mother, my daughter has a lot of activities that I have to go back and forth to, but this is a tool that you can use to get some of those books that on topics that you have mastered out. And I love it. The pricing is I think very affordable. The front, the main outline package, like I said, is $9. The writing tool is $17. And then I have another upgrade to it, which you can get, which is basically taking all these sentences that you've written. This particular project that I'm working on is going to be a total of about 450 sentences. So 450, if my average sentence is about 10 words, then that's going to be 4,500 words that the book will end up being. So it will take all the stuff that I wrote and put it into Kindle format. I mean, I'll be able to edit it and everything as I'm reading through it, but it saves the copying and the pasting and all of that, so that there's that as an upgrade as well. So I really would like for you to take a look at this. I think you'll really enjoy it. This is a timeless tool. It's not something that's going to not be relevant a year from now, because what is going into the process of writing these books is the same. Books that you write using this tool, if you wrote them 10 years ago, they're going to be relevant today more than likely. Like this book that I'm working on, Pit Bulls, it's a timeless book. So these types of books, everybody has them in them. Everybody has a timeless book in them, that on a topic that they've mastered. Maybe you make killer omelets. You can write about that. You can write about any activity that you really know how to do. Basically, any verb. Take a verb and you can turn that into a book. Running, hiking, playing football, whatever. So anyway, I gotta get ready for my daughter's probably going to be coming out soon, so I just wanted to share with you how little by little I can pick away. They say that a journey of a what is that? How does that quote go? A journey of 1,000 steps, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. That's it. So a similar analogy can be made with books, and just little by little you can pick away at it, and before you know it, you will have a book. And then when you read the book, this is what happens with me. You'll be like, wow, this is actually pretty decent. So check it out, and if you have any questions, I have my email on the sales page where you can email me, and I've been updating it with my response time. So if you do have a question, then I have on there how long it'll take me to reply, and I'm very responsive also to feature requests and things like that. So throughout the year, I plan to be making some updates to the tool based on things that are requested by people who are using it, and that's something I do with all of my tools that I create. So I hope to see you on the inside. Bye.